Sometimes even kids shows take a turn to the dark side. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 darkest Disney Channel episodes. For this list, we'll be looking at episodes that went kind of dark for the family-friendly station. We'll only be including episodes that originally aired on Disney Channel, so shows that aired on ABC or any other Disney affiliates do not apply.
Wait a second! The killer's dead! We're off the hook! Up top!
Number 10. Battle for Mewni, Toffee, Star versus the Forces of Evil. When the term Forces of Evil appears in the title, some darkness is to be expected.
Where's my daughter?
Where's Star?
One example is when Star goes to reform school to save the princesses from being brainwashed and tortured into being ladylike. But this episode is a standout.
Poor little butterfly, you've lost your wings.
In Battle for Mewni Toffee, we see an oily immortal being trap Star in an endless void and watch her struggle to find her way out. But as far as Star's loved ones know, Toffee killed her. Ultimately, it all turns out alright, but everything from Star struggling to break free from the void, to her friends and family grieving, to the graphic imagery itself is all quite disturbing.
Are you finished?
Number 9. Wizards Exposed, Wizards of Waverly Place. In this episode, the Russos and the entire wizard world are put in jeopardy when the government captures the Russos in an attempt to finally learn their secret.
Oh, wait, no, I need to get a note for school! I know how much is in the register, and I expect it to be there when I get back! What's the yellow pedal for?
Though this show has its fair share of deeper storylines, this one is particularly intense. Upon abducting the Russos, the government tortures them for information. They go so far as to trick Justin into thinking aliens are attacking to get him to talk.
Earth needs defending! Earth needs defending!
Worst of all, the episode ends on a cliffhanger that leaves us still not knowing what will become of the Russos and the wizard world.
Which way do we go? I'd have to say that way.
Thanks, Max.
Number 8. Cookie Monster, The New Girls, Andi Mack. Most kid-centric TV shows would probably stray away from telling this kind of story. In fact, it seems well beyond Disney Channel's usual scope. But in a 2-part episode, Andi Mack tells a story about one of the biggest issues in America today, gun safety.
You should see your face right now, bro.
Is that real?
Of course it's real.
When TJ's friends pressure him and Cyrus to use a gun stolen from their parents for what they see as just fun and games, Cyrus does not find the situation funny at all. He walks away and tries to convince TJ to leave too. Understanding the severity of the matter, Cyrus doesn't succumb to peer pressure, taking things into his own hands and going to the police.
That's what I came in here to tell you about. The gun.
Number 7. Phineas and Ferb Get Busted, Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb are infamous for their fun and crazy antics. It's their creativity and inventiveness that make them exactly who they are. So it's difficult to watch this episode where they get sent to a special military school boot camp designed to strip them of their individuality. Phineas and Ferb and all of the other kids are more like prisoners than they are students.
Got these chains on me and they're dragging me down. Got these chains on me, hear that clanking sound.
The curriculum includes a fair amount of brainwashing to turn them into mindless pod people. The whole thing is quite disturbing and a powerful commentary on institutionalized conformity. You know things must be bad when Candace comes to their rescue.
I know what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna bust my brothers
Didn't you already do that?
out. Bust my brothers out.
Number 6. Inner Beauty, Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie and friends were always there to help us through the pitfalls of growing up, but they kicked things up a notch with this profound episode. As Lizzie and Miranda are planning on shooting a music video for a project, Gordo makes some jovial comments about Miranda's eating habits.
Man, you guys eat a lot.
She becomes extremely self-conscious about her weight and goes on a crazy crash diet. She goes so far she starts having dizzy spells, and Lizzie and Gordo have to intervene before she hurts herself.
Honey, are you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm just
a little woozy.
Though this show is mostly a comedy, it ditches a lot of the jokes to deliver an important message to kids about body image and self-acceptance. Number 5. Time and Punishment, Darkwing Duck. It's almost surprising that this episode didn't get banned. During a fight with a couple of time-hopping villains, Darkwing Duck loses his daughter Goslin, who's sent into the future along with them.
Gee, they sure clean things up. Not very friendly looking, though.
The future she sees is one where, as a result of losing her, Darkwing Duck has also lost himself. He goes from crime-fighting vigilante to iron-fisted tyrant. Under his new warped sense of justice, the punishment for every crime is death. He even almost ends up killing Goslin when she tries to stop him.
There's no reason why I shouldn't blast you into a smudge!
Thankfully, she manages to save him just in the nick of time, but it is hard to watch just how dark and demented Darkwing becomes. Number 4. The Box, Recess. Whose idea was it to make this episode? It's a great one, but so creepy. In a rare moment where Finster actually gets a win, she finally finds the ultimate punishment for TJ Detweiler.
TJ Detweiler, I might have known you'd be the first to test my new punishment. 10 minutes in the box!
Rather than throw him in detention again, she places him in a small square she drew on the playground that he's not allowed to step out of. The longer he spends in there, the crazier he gets. He imagines walls sprouting up around him, and the square sinking into the ground so he can't escape.
No!
It's like solitary confinement for children. Number 3. The Ghost in Suite 613, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. During this spooky Halloween episode, Zack gets a kick out of scaring and pranking all of his friends. So, when London tells the twins a ghost story about a haunted suite in the hotel, naturally Zack is on board for a real scare.
Don't tell me you saw the ghost in Suite 613. There's a ghost in the hotel? Cool! Let's go see it!
Zack, Cody, London, Maddie, and Esteban all spend the night in the haunted suite. After performing a seance, the Tipton gang summon a ghost, who torments them and slowly starts picking them off one by one.
Maddie, no!
Where did she go? Anyone else have anything to say?
Thankfully, the whole thing turns out to be an elaborate prank on Zack as payback for all the scaring. But they had us scared too. Number 2. Girl Meets Rileytown, Girl Meets World.
We have something to talk about, you and me.
I don't like it when we fight.
I'm going to be your friend for the rest of your life. We're gonna have some conflicts along the way.
Just like its predecessor, this show uses humor to discuss serious issues that we all face growing up. However, this episode omits the levity and gets real to deliver a message about the severity of bullying. Riley falls into a pit of depression when someone has been harassing her at school. She hides it from her friends and family for as long as she can, but eventually the truth comes out, and everyone has different ways of trying to help Riley with her pain.
I'm humiliated by him. I didn't want to let you see me humiliated.
Everything works out for the best, but it is difficult to watch Riley suffer the way she does. The scene where Riley tells Maya what's been happening to her is gut-wrenching. No matter how far-fetched the premise, the Disney Channel wasn't afraid to teach lessons, which was, I think, maybe my favorite part about it growing up. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Oops, she gone.
All I know is that during World War II, he was adopted by a Christian family named Minkus in Denmark who wanted to help him.
Help him what?
Help him live.
Look at this joker. He's all like, "Oh, good day to you, sir. I am a shape." What a square!
Dad?
Not now, sweetie. The grown-ups are talking.
Oh, wow, that's a great offer. How about instead I shuffle the functions of every hole in your face?
With the trees gone, the mudslides began. While they partied and laughed, I was swept away by the storm.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. True Colors, That's So Raven.
The truth is,
I don't hire black people.
Raven's visions are often not what they appear to be, but there was no mistaking this one. She sees that the reason she didn't get a job, but Chelsea did, is that the manager doesn't hire black people. Eddie also tells his own troubling story about a white childhood friend that was banned from ever seeing him because he's black.
Before that day, I never thought of Freddie as different or white. He was just my friend.
The three team up, take a stand, and take down the racist manager.
As a result of this investigation, the manager, Chloe Hunter, has been fired, and the company has issued a public apology.
This isn't the only time Raven and friends have taken a stand on an important and ever-relevant issue. Let's not forget when Raven stole the show at a fashion event by modeling her own dress, even though she didn't have, quote, the look. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.